Welcome back inside the Winsport Arena, part of Canada Olympic Park here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, in the LGT World Women's Curling Championship. Luke O'Leary with Melissa Saligo and centerline guard to start off. Sweden's got to sort of force the issue, try and execute a little bit better. They've been off in the first couple ends.
They have, and with Anna Hasselborg in her last stone in the second end, it was a little bit of a miss, and you hate to call it a miss because you got put a point on the board, but they really wanted the blank there. They didn't want to be forced, and that was the situation. So they do have to now just put their foot on the gas pedal a little bit more here to try and increase the degree of difficulty of the Canadian shots right now.
Well, Brienne Mayer just well-placed stone in behind, so Mabergs will try and follow that down.
Just looking for the corner freeze. Again, this one's not curling as much as you don't really want to tick and roll off.
Just that couple feet too much.
It is. It's just a matter of inches right now for Team Sweden.
Sure. Bumper. Okay. What do you guys think it's gonna do here? Should be gradual, I think. Yeah. Okay. So don't be cute with it. No, you can throw it nice. Bomb. Yep. Yep. A little solid if anything. Weight's good. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Whoa.
Well, hit, little roll underneath.
Plan B?
Yeah. Roll away. No, we'll roll inside.
I came up. I even spun it because I wasn't sure it was going to grab.
Ended up being a great shot. You have a look at it there. It's fully buried. But I think just the ice or the reaction of the rocks on the ice, just fooling each team just a little.
Yeah, it's like straightened up a little bit once the game began, more from practice.
Yeah, it's possible, but once it gets to center, then it goes really hard. So it's a fine line there. Look at that one, over curling past the guard.
That's what we saw in the first session, a lot of the over curls.
Definitely.
You get by the guard and it come out the other side.
That's what we were kind of expecting here in the first couple of ends. So. Just trying to bring this one top 12, kind of block off that side of the sheet.
Great weight.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's very close who's third, but it's in congesting those reds. Check in Italy and Switzerland. Switzerland gets a win earlier today, Italy with a loss. And Alina Pet's chance to start off this one with a bang as well. A couple of yellows already in there.
Yeah, it looks like she's drawing for 3.
Yeah, and they played good this morning, but not great. And obviously game 1, they'll be happy with the win, and they'll look at things that they can get better with. And the open draws are always nice, especially when they're for 3. So Switzerland 3-0 after 2 ends against Italy. Those are the only 2 teams out on the ice right now that have played a game. The other 6 are in game number 1.
Okay. Same weight.
You saw that shot by Sweden. They moved some rocks around, but 2 red ones did remain in the rings.
Line's good. Yeah. You can go. Yeah. Just a top 12. Gotta go. Hard line's great. Keep going. Top 12. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Line's great. You got it. Top 12. Go. We might be able to get it. Yep. That's good. Okay. Good.
big sweep to get it that far. Some good sweeping teams here in this game as well. Very well-rounded teams.
That's okay. Really good.
They
Way to
really
get there.
dragged that a long way.
Yeah. That's a good spot.
Team Sweden has to remember here, they don't have the hammer here in the third end, and the Redstones piling up a little, but they do have that yellow one on the left-hand side as we look at it.
Inte så mycket framåt tycker jag. Kom nästa lite. 4!
Another freeze attempt here by Team Sweden. Sarah McManus. These freezes are so difficult. You don't want to bounce off. You want to just get to the face.
This one coming down, and
Bra, bra snack.
that'll help get you out of an end. You're heavier, you come up chipping off that one,
Ja, jag vet.
could be in trouble, but now they got that second and third shot.
Jag får lite så här.
That was perfect. So Team Canada could do a couple of things here. Obviously, they could rip the yellow one into the red into the yellows. But they see an opportunity now with the amount that Val can see of that red stone that's top 12, that they could actually run it back on one of the yellow stones.
Really gotta go. Yep.
Really want to get by this top one.
Val can't. Rex on the guard and opens up those zones. Not
Right.
a terrible result. You probably want to miss it that way.
Okay.
I would agree.
Nice weight.
I would agree, and I think she might have called a 10, 10 and a half, and it was at about an 11, so maybe a bit light, but still a decent result.
Kan vi på med en till? Jag ger oss något. Jag bara funderar på om vi skulle göra den. Tänkte vi kunde vänta lite mer. Ligga 3.
Would you ever consider just hitting the one on the right-hand side, the open one?
Ja.
I don't think so. I think it's,
Eller kan man komma
what,
ner
fourth
mot
shot?
stegen, Anna? Och dutta lite.
we're on the second stone here in this end. I think it's time that you make a play on one of the
Vad sa du?
other stones. So you can see about 3/4 of it. I like what the original call right there. Try and hit what you can see, knock the shot rock out, and roll your shooter over towards that one that's fourth shot.
Spela clearing, spela riktigt tungt. Försöker vi sticka den där?
Jag gillar det.
Ja, det är bra.
Det är samma ställe som jag. Jag tyckte jag låg lite vid, satte den rakt där jag låg. Och stannade där.
So Sarah McManus trying to get rid of Shotstone. Love to keep their shooter as well.
She might have been playing the
Well,
thin
and get the double.
Yeah, I was wondering. I thought about that after she let
With
it
that
go
weight?
with that weight.
Bra Lisa, härligt.
Just a great read, catching it thin. Gets a lot out of production out of that one stone.
That is a terrific shot. Great call by Anna. Just catching that back one.
Det var så fint. Bra skippa. Bra.
So that's turned around this end very, very quickly. Just that miss by Val on her first one by hitting that guard, so it gave Sweden the opportunity.
9-5-10. Whoa. 9-5. Brienne. Hard, Brienne. Let it go. Hard. My fault.
Okej.
Sticks it on the top one, but loses the shooter.
Okej.
Change now. You said it, Melissa. Swung the other way. Now it's
Good call, Shen.
pressure a little bit on the Canadian side as opposed to on the Swedish side, which has been for the first couple ends.
Yeah, an end can change very, very quickly just by a half shot or a missed shot.
Jag tror ändå att det kommer gå ganska bra här, Anna. 9-9,5.
Vilka vassar så kan vi gadda eller runda och ligga skottet.
Lite osäker på hur det ska gå där
9 mot
precis
10.
innan.
Ja.
Canada would have obviously liked to have retained their shooter in play, but this gives Sweden an opportunity to hit and try and roll and spread their rocks apart. They'd love to force Canada to a single here in this end.
Ja, jag gillar det. Det var ju 9,5. Ja, så den är lön.
keep the momentum going in their favor is Hasselborg. Like the hit, and now will it stick around? And it rolls out, so just if you stick around, you're lying 2 and got the force. Now it rolls out.
And just on a release, you can, I know it's a little bit of a different release than what we would typically see, but it's almost like she sort of backhands it in you know, she's confused herself that that one didn't curl up as much as possible. You can see her kind of questioning it. But if you're ever wide at all, it does float there for a long time before it makes its curl. So the blank is back on here for Team Canada. They can exchange rocks here with Sweden.
Maybe a little hot now. It's kind of going.
She'll have an opportunity to blank on her last.
All right. Good. Nice.
Hey, almost could tell they're worried about getting, if he got to the center line, it might go too quick.
That's okay. Is Wade okay? Yeah, sorry.
If we just watch how Anna lets go of the stone, Luke, you can kind of see she starts with the handle at 12 o'clock and then she sort of backhands it, whether it be an in-turn or an out-turn, clockwise or counterclockwise. And you can just see sometimes you just have to be careful how much you put it out there. Here's the straight handle and then she'll just put it out. See, that one was nice and soft. That was the kind of the way that she normally would do it, whereas the previous one, I think she just got it going a little too much.
So the nose hit, and something for a lot of young curlers to watch is all the releases are so different. You want to try and keep it consistent with your team. You'll see the Canadian team will have a very similar release, where Sweden is a bit different.
That's right. You'll see, like, the way we used to teach it, right? As a coaches, we teach you start your rock at 10 or at 2 and you let it go at 12 all the time. But you'll see a lot more teams now at the elite level starting at 12 o'clock and doing that kind of backhand. It keeps the rock straighter for a long period of time, a longer period of time. So,
and it's easier on an arena ice surface where you're going to get that extra curl compared to in a club where it may be a little straighter.
Exactly. So you see that she started nice at 2 o'clock, releases at 12, and it's very, very consistent.
Well, and this time it's Carrie Anderson trying to blank the end. And this one will roll out, so Canada gets the blank in the third end. Will remain 2-1. Canada leading. And we'll still have the hammer when we come back for the fourth.